Okay, I'm here now. I am a person. Yes, a person. My name is not my name here. Why am I having a hard time recording this video? This is like the third time, so we rocking with it. We gotta roll with it. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This is your nosy neighbor lady show, and I didn't know if Chud the Builder was for our show, but then who entered the chat? A black woman, Lily Venus. Yes, she describes herself as a top. She's a lesbian, and she says she's an occultist. And we know her because Chud the Builder said that he raw dogged her in his trailer. And she said, that's not true. And why would you say that? And if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the fact that I pegged you. You sold me marijuana. Um, what else was she saying? She used to have a lot of SCX parties, and she said she's an educator. She teaches women how to properly clean their toys and which toys are better to buy, and that all SCX toys are not made for women's bodies. So, and a lot of people talk about Chud the Builder like, oh, he's a racist. And she's like, he's so not a racist. He's one of us. She kept doing this in her videos. He's one of us. I don't know. I don't care. I feel like Chud the Builder is really just saying a lot of things that a lot of people in this country can relate to and understand. And she believes he's like an agent or a plant. And I believe that if he is an agent or a plant, he's doing an excellent job because he's saying the quiet things out loud that people really feel about black people. And black people, we are always the victims and it's always somebody else's fault. And we want other people to accept us instead of building our own thing. So, you know how they go. But, oh, it was funny. What was that podcast? Something. I don't know. It's the real life productions. Yeah. And I find that their interviews are always like, I don't know. I just can't listen to uneducated black men talk too long. I can't even listen to black men talk too long. Just not being, unless they funny. Girl, they just a headache and ask the dumbest questions. I think I tried to watch some with them one time and I was just like, ew. But I had to watch this because it was interesting. But one of their questions was like, how do you approach men? And she's like, I don't. They approach me because I don't think that. And it was so funny because like they didn't have a lot of like they was stumbling over their questions, and a lot of people were like, "How can Chud be so racist but sleep black?" And it's like, okay, you must not know black men. A lot of black men preach black power and black, and they sleep white. A lot of black men go out and say, "Oh, I'm straight. I'm straight. I like women. I bitches. I don't take care of my children," and then they're DL. I don't get how black people don't get it when it's in our face. Chud might have really learned from a black man, for real, how to be something you're not and pretend every day, but really lusting after men or really lusting after white women. I don't. That's what gets me about this whole thing. Is like I don't see how he sleeps back, and he's a racist. We see it all the time. Call Dr. Martin Luther the King. Okay, call Dr. Martin Luther the King. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, because this is like world knowledge now. It should be, but they say that the civil rights movement was really about black men having access to white women, not actually getting any freedoms, not actually building black libraries in black cities and black towns and black organizations. It was just having access to white people shit because black people didn't want to build or do shit. Well, I think black women kind of did, but when you're following the leader, who is a you know, you know, we are who we associate with. So therefore, the black community has nothing because we have the great leaders of greatness that had never achieved greatness. So great, okay. But she did say she's an occultist. She does root work, Santeria, Oshun, which always brings me back to y'all say Beyonce is a witch, and I just think about all the witches who are witches and really don't. You just I don't know. They just feel like regular people like us who's struggling. So I just don't get it. But I'm not shunning her religion because Christianity really hasn't worked for my life. So I'm not shunning her religion. But she did say that she was sex trafficked at the age of 16 and bought by a Jamaican man. And, well, that's not a white man, so we see where her trauma comes from. But she said she saw him on Broadway, and I think we all saw the clip when she was on Broadway, and she was like, I just couldn't believe Dalton was like that. Like, he used to eat our food. Like, he hung out with other black people. He introduced me to the future Dirty Sprite album. Like, I just can't believe. That's why she feel like he an agent, and I feel like if he's an agent, he's a great agent to basically, like I say what people feeling, saying what people feeling in this country about black people. I don't see race as a thing that woe is me. I see race as truth, honesty, and what's going on. I'm not a black person who feels like, oh, I'm a victim because I'm black, or oh, I'm black and they're right. I'm not one of them. I believe that facts are facts, numbers are numbers, data is data, statistics are statistics. And according to statistics, I'm a statistic because I'm a baby mama and my kids don't have a father. Or their father wasn't in their life. They have one. Yeah, of course. I didn't make a conclusion by myself, but the number and data statistics. I think somebody left me, yeah, a guy left me a comment like, you're self hating because you said, of course I'm black, I don't have a father. Like, that's like a worldwide thing everybody knows. And it's not that I was trying to be mean, I was being honest, which the comedy is based in truth, and it was really like a joke. It was really a joke. Like, get your little whatever you got going on, sir, together and read data, number, and statistics. They say like 75 to 77% of black people are raised in single homes. Why do we have to keep lying about these things? Why do we have to keep why we I'm too old to lie. I'm too old to lie about having a father I didn't have. Or I'm too old to make up a father that wasn't there, but make him up to make y'all think that I had a father so I can feel like what? Like take the like that my mom wasn't doing a great job no matter how much she did or didn't do. She did great. She didn't leave me. Whatever happened. Dude. Oh, but she did talk about um yeah, the guy asked her something about or what race is most of the men you peg, and she was like white, and she quote she said blacks are ignorant to a lot of subjects, and I just thought she was being honest, because I feel like even with the DL culture, if you just tell your woman that you want to be pegged, you wouldn't have to be DL. You can actually love your woman. She can love you in an intimate way that you both enjoy. And if she don't like it, she's gonna learn to enjoy it because she knows that's what you want because she loves you. But that's too much like right. The DL culture is really about deceit and hurting children and families and infecting people with STDs. So it's not really about pleasure. It's more about deceit and the secrets that black men hold for other black men because often they are victims of molestation and rape and the male hunger. Francis Cress Welsing, I believe, yeah, male hunger, black male hunger. We didn't have fathers. We don't have dependable brothers. We don't have dependable husbands or boyfriends. So we all yearn. Even black men yearn for a father figure. So they do that with sex. And often in my past videos, I used to talk about how black people are very sex crazed because we relate sex to love because we don't know what real love is. So sex is a great substitute for love. Well, it's not great, but it feels really close to it. So, but yeah, she was like, this never would have happened if he didn't say he raw dogged me in a trailer. She actually lost her job behind this. So was it worth it? I really don't know, but it might be a greater purpose for her life for her to get her story out and to talk to get her a little money and a little fame. So it hopefully equates to money. But she says she has a book out called Not All Whores Sell Punani. Okay, so I think she's really an advocate for women, and being that she was sex trafficked, and she also worked with teenagers, and she also has some type of organization where she helps people in different ways, and I think she's like a doula, like she helped deliver babies, and she practices witchcraft and spells and all that stuff that seems like, well, she looked good, so I know she don't look like what she been through. But what does that look like for her life? I don't know. But I do wish this woman success because for her to lose her job in this economy, that's really hard, you know. And I just feel like I hope she got a GoFundMe. You know, I hope that people are looking out for her, giving her money or donations. I don't have anything. That's the only reason I'm here looking at y'all. I have nothing. I just figured I'd do this video because I looked at my little watch hours. They was like 700 hours. So I was like, because I said to myself, say if they hit 700 watch hours, I'll do it. Because I was just at like 5. So I'm like, maybe I can act like I care a little bit, but I kind of want to do Chud because I was kind of thinking about Chud, and I was just thinking that Chud is really opening the doors for people to say how they feel. And me, as a woman who believes that black women voices are shadowed and stunted and pushed under the rug. You can't talk about the black community. You can't talk about your life. You can't talk about your assaults and your terrible experiences in the black community. I feel like freedom of speech is so important in today's time, and whether somebody call you a nigga or not, I'm all for it because every day I can't say what I want to say. Never. Never. And I'm not even trying to insult people. You just can't have opinions. You can't have views. You can't, everybody's offended by everything. You can't even tell a joke. So for me, I'm always for freedom of speech, and I don't care who it offend because a threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere to me. But some people don't understand that type of thing. But I'm not that I like Chud. I don't watch Chud, but I think Chud is a small voice that's arising, but really it's a voice for a lot of people. If you read comments on the internet and stuff, a lot of people are just tired of black people. The black fatigue is real. Yeah, it's on the internet. Yeah, it's a thing that's trending or was trending, or like people are so sick of black people. They hate to see black people coming. I hate to see some black people coming. It's just real. It's the violence. It's the debaucherous behavior. We can act like black people are not violent. We can act like black people don't steal. We can act like black men are not murdering people everywhere and committing crimes and getting right back out. It's a fun act, but I never been a good actress. Never. So Chud the Builder really just saying what a lot of people feel. And don't worry because the next Chud the Builder, he gonna be Chud 2.0. He's coming. Come on now, people not scared of black people like they used to be. And the fact that black people are counting on people being afraid of them speaks to the character of black people. That I live in fear. Anytime you living around black people, you living in fear. When you have children and you're in the black community, you living in fear. Everybody who's around a black man kind of live in fear, whether they admit it or not. But that's the only reason too where I was like, damn, I can't be on here acting like this and acting like that. Like, come on now. Reality is what it is. I got to get on here and lie. The lies didn't work. We keep getting 20 views, so I might as well be honest and true and say how I feel about some shit if I'm gonna get 20 views anyway. So stay beautiful, stay handsome, and stay being whatever you want to be, girl. Bye. Or God.